Guys, welcome in to Sensei and the Pupil back to reviewing weekly anime. Guys, we're back. We got some weeklies to review. Now, we got one starting now, the Dandadan weekly. I've been waiting to watch this one and review it. I just said it wrong, yeah. Dandadan. Or, no, it's actually 3 Dans. But this is a show, and guys, I'm with Devin Paul, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah,
Justice.
we're here.
This is a show about ghosts and UFOs, okay?
UAPs.
UAP, sorry. Yeah, he's right. You would never think that these two would even make sense kind of intermingling, but god dang it, this is going to be one hell of a show. I read the manga, so I will not spoil during these reviews, but yeah, let's get right into it. Guys, first off, what do y'all think of our boy? Do y'all even know his name besides Ken? Because like they don't call him Ken in the show.
Not until the end.
Yeah, they call him Occult Kun. Or,
Occult Kun.
yeah, or Okarun or whatever. What do you think of our boy Okarun and Momo? Just like first impressions.
Like first impressions, like he's like
Otaku.
a nerd type. But honestly, like after the episode ended, I didn't really know what to really think about him. Like, is he this like cool badass that this chick like makes him out to be? Like this smooth, like
Smooth?
I don't know about smooth, but like this like. I don't want to call him Prince Charming because he's not really like Prince Charming, but like this like dreamy guy that this chick is making him out to be, or is he like
unintentionally?
This nerdy dude?
I think he's unintentionally kind of cool.
He's just a dork.
Yeah,
he's a dork, guys.
He's passionate. He's passionate about what he likes.
He is, and that is the key, my friends.
Confidence
to pulling. Yeah, even if it's about some nerdy shit.
Yeah,
you be passionate about your UAP bullshit.
Yeah,
and he loves UAPs and aliens because really, they get into his backstory, but because he never had friends, only UAPs were there for him. But now they're not even there.
Right. Yeah.
And Momo,
I've been calling for you guys the whole time. Yes. You never answered. Yeah.
He's a little lost. He would imagine if the UFOs never found them. It would be so sad. His story.
Yeah.
Anyways, Momo believes in the occult and ghosts. Her grandmother's a spirit medium.
Yeah.
We didn't get to meet yet, but
we don't get to meet yet. But she mentions she's a spirit medium, and she hates when people make fun of her grandma. That's her real trauma, But she has little quirks too. Like she's kind of like a cool kid, but she's
kind of a
she's also like stubborn as hell and like makes fun of him about the UFO stuff, but like I guess fights him on it. And
she really wants a boyfriend too.
She really wants.
She's hunting for a guy.
Yeah, which is strange to me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, she didn't want a boyfriend at the cost of giving up her virginity.
She did not give it up
yet.
And her boyfriend was so like,
oh yeah,
like a douchebag, right?
Bro, he tried to punch her or kicked her in the stomach.
What's up with Japan?
He's like, if you don't give me
self-defense, so.
Yeah, technically, yeah. She kicked him first.
What is up with Japan boyfriends?
He's like, you don't have any money to give me. I'm gonna break up with you. He's like, wait, what?
He's like, well, if you're not giving me,
money.
If you're not giving me tail, then
what? Yeah.
Yeah.
He said cash, grass, or ass, basically, but no grass.
Yes, and those are our two main characters. They meet up in the class, in really the hallway of school, and they challenge each other.
In the classroom. They
meet in the classroom. They do. They challenge each other, and Momo says, "Hey, you go to this haunted tunnel where you're gonna see a ghost, and I'm gonna prove to you that ghosts are actually real." And Okarun says, "Hey, you go to this abandoned UAP hotspot building, which is like okay,
weird.
Yeah, you see UFO sightings are seen there." You go there, and I'll prove to you that aliens are real. And to our funness and, laugh out loudness, they both get visited by both.
Yeah.
Yes. Guys, Turbo, Ghost Granny, what do y'all think?
Straight up perv.
First impression, Ghost Granny.
She wants everybody's dong, right?
Yeah, she's like, give me that weenie. It's like, whoa.
So this show is not as PG-13. It's closer to R than PG-13, and y'all will see that as the show goes on.
She's the perfect predator. She can run fast as fuck.
Yes.
So you can't escape her.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. So I don't think they gave us enough on like the whole granny situation because like what happened was like he went into this tunnel and then all of a sudden he comes out and like he's like possessed and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but as far as like the UAP, they kind of gave us more information on the aliens and stuff.
They did.
Well, what I will say about like this anime so far, it gives me like Fooly Cooly,
yeah,
kind of vibes.
That's
like,
so crazy you said that.
I get that.
Definitely because like there's this, I don't know, it just feels like kind of unexplained almost, of this like whole other world that's intertwined with this world that's supposed to be like a normal world.
Mm-hmm.
But one bump on the head, and you gotta
robot coming out.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a bunch of stuff
So
that's like that you can't really explain very well.
So true.
But you have to kind of accept it because like this is what's going on.
Exactly.
And then you find out about the Space Pirate King, whatever, and then whatever his name is.
We like Fully Cooley. We're not bashing it.
Nah,
yeah,
I love
but
it.
I'm just saying, like in that aspect of it, it kind of just gives me like the whole Fully Cooley vibe. Like it's kind of like you have to accept it.
I thought it was interesting how she kind of already knew about the ghost. Like she knew.
Yeah.
She knew that he was going to run into, she knew that specific ghost was going to come out, and she even gave him information. Hey, you need to outrun her, otherwise you're going to get cursed.
Well, also, he knew about the probing.
Right. Yeah.
Which was kind of,
but not
I don't know about...
I don't think he knew about the banana part. Like, that banana taking stuff was crazy.
Yes. So hopping over
they
to...
straight up went...
Hopping over to the Momo side.
Yeah.
Momo, we saw the ghost possess Okaroon inside of there, and this old granny. These aliens catch Momo, and they strap her up. I mean, right off the bat, you see her running, and they pull her clothes off. I mean, like it's like
not all of them.
It's like I've read this doujin before, like for sure.
She's like running, just, like how they did it, just right out of the manga, bro. Right out of the manga, like page for page. I know those pages. I saved them. No, she's strapped up, and the aliens do what now?
Well, they tell her their plan, like for her, like, oh, we're actually a race of what are they called again? I forgot their names.
Serpoian
or something like that. Yeah, so they come from planet Serpoma or something like that, and they say, oh, we're all clones. We clone each other. There's only males, and we need a female to reproduce. Mm-hmm. So let me get that banana, and they straight up like hunch over, and you see this big old mechanical thing with a needle coming out. And, they
have stimulator too, don't forget.
Right for those, they have psychokinetic powers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Aliens are psychokinetic, and ghosts are ghosts.
Well, they also have,
just remember that, guys.
Kind of like psychokinetic powers as well. It's kind of weird how they kind of intermingle.
They do like this thing, and they have like psychic powers, and ghost shit is like different kind of powers. Just remember those two things. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah. Now, do y'all notice that like both the ghosts and the aliens wanted wieners?
Yeah, they want.
You notice that?
They want some things.
They want some things. So this is definitely going to be a funny anime to watch. I can tell you now. I laughed reading it.
It's very sexual.
Yeah,
a lot of it. They're in high school.
But I mean, like,
is there disappointment when an anime becomes like so sexual, but then they don't get to that point to where like
do it already?
Yeah.
Oh,
is it disappointing? Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I don't want to say too much. Yeah.
It's a common trope though.
It is, and that's what draws in the young, teens that read this stuff. I mean, teens read mangas the most. But anyways, now the crazy part that Dev was kind of alluding to earlier that's kind of like in your face. Momo's getting stimulated to be ready to make babies. Yes, she's and Okaroon comes through the phone.
I don't think she moans though. Like she's fighting it the whole time.
She's fighting, but she's like
she definitely blushes. I mean,
she didn't go. Yeah.
I don't think so, dude.
That might have been your
I feel like I was waiting for that, and I was like, I never got it.
All I heard them say was, "Oh, she's resisting pretty strongly." That's all I heard.
She was resisting, and Okaroon comes through the phone possessed.
Yeah,
he has like the granny's face on him, but he also can he came to save her.
Yeah,
he came to save her, so he has some kind of control of it,
somewhat,
and he's just running around trying to fight them.
He's directing it. I don't want to say he's controlling it.
No, I won't argue with you guys. It's kind of a lot to accept.
In one episode?
I mean, it is a lot to accept. Yeah. For the first episode, like, y'all are across the city, and you just come through the phone to save her?
That makes sense, actually.
Does it?
It's like, so, first of all, like, it's a regular world that we're brought into.
Right.
And then also, they introduce ghosts and these aliens basically all at once.
Yes. Right.
And then, so, that aspect is a lot to accept that all this is plausible.
Yeah. I accept it only because the aliens are part of the technology side.
Okay.
The ghost had a spiritual power it's kind of like the Ring. Like you could go through a TV screen.
That's the joke. That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah, it's a spirit. Yeah. It's a spirit power to be able to pass through an electronic device and warp to that location at one time. I understood.
I would just say this, guys, and the viewers. This is the world. These are the powers they're going to create. And now, if they start going crazy ass pulley, then it's like, okay, what the hell? You can do this. This has been established. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. It's been established.
That ghosts have different powers than aliens.
Yeah, ghosts can do something. Aliens can do something.
Right,
cool.
Right.
And the whole thing kind of ends off because Okarun actually gets not like beaten up by these Serpoians who turn into their real form. These like checkered Cartoon Network block looking ass niggas. Like they're like checkered up, and they got him pinned to the wall. And then Momo's powers awaken.
Yeah.
Now it's another thing that's a lot to accept.
So I should have like put her hand over her womb, basically.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did. They said
that was
awaken, you know?
Yeah.
And she awoke, and her powers of psychokinesis, which the aliens have,
Which
are
basically
stronger.
because like her grandma's a medium.
Yeah.
Right?
Thank you for remembering.
She's
that.
been like training her
Yes.
since a kid, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Thank you. Okay, it's not super crazy. It's kind of there's some line to how they got there. It's not like all of a sudden you have magic powers. It makes she's been trained.
I don't want to do it because I'm embarrassed.
Yes, and
You fake medium? Yeah.
her backstory. It's like, hey.
Yeah.
And they beat the aliens. They shoot them through this fake moon where they were actually at. And this fake moon is actually their spaceship.
Mm-hmm.
The spaceship crashes. They're okay. And if y'all noticed, Momo was doing this, like holding her hands over Okura. Do y'all know why?
To like, basically, help him resist the psychokinetic power of that ghost.
Yeah, the ghost controls him completely.
Right.
And they don't really show it that well in this one, but if she's not doing that and stopping it, it's going to control him, and he's going to go crazy.
Right.
So she has to do this the entire time she's next to him, and that just remember that.
That's her weenie.
It's messed up that she knew all about this ghost and like didn't give him any tips.
Yeah. Like, hey, protect your weenie or something.
Until like after like he had already seen her, she was like, "Oh, don't run, don't do this." He's like, you probably should have gave him those tips before he went in there, especially if she already knew about it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that not everyone sees the ghost, so maybe she thought he wouldn't see him, but you sent him there, so I can't really give you that excuse. You wanted
and
him to
I
see
hope
her.
they explain like, oh, my grandma told me about this ghost that she's been trying to fight it for a while and cure it.
Well, she knew specifically what ghost was going to be in there.
Yeah.
No, she knew. Turbo Granny is what they call her. Turbo Granny.
I also think
really fast.
It's kind of cool that there is a linking kind of power, and I think it has to do with like spirit, like a mind kind of thing. Because if you notice, the Granny obviously can control your mind, almost like the curse is part of like a mind control thing, controls what he does. But also she can fight the aliens with her own mind, spirit kind of power as well. I feel like that's like a linking power is like your mind, psychokinetic kind of thing.
Well, let's just say ghosts and aliens don't mingle.
Oh.
So just remember that too.
That's
I don't want to say too much.
That's a spoiler though.
Nah, it's not. It's not really
good.
spoiler.
No,
It's not
I
really
think
spoiler.
so.
Y'all see it's not. Anyways, that was the first episode, and the episode ends with him telling Momo his name. It's Ken Takakura, who's the name of the person the actress she loves.
And she got all like a snail trail. Her eyes started brightening up.
And the explosion happened, and then it ends, and it's like bam, bam, dan, dan, yeah, and boom. And also the opening is like one of the best openings I've seen this year. I mean, guys,
Decent.
we have to also remember Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2 opening came out this year, which is, pretty tough to beat.
Oh yeah.
But Dandadan opening came out too. And that's going to be in the running for opening of the year. Mark my words.
I know Dan is like supposed to be like a pretty good anime. I mean, I've heard like good things about it, so I'm excited from not just from you, but I mean I reread it and stuff, so I'm excited from I'm excited from that point. But like I'll just say like episode 1 just like left me with more questions than answers, and I'm not exactly sure in what direction this anime is heading.
Oh, fair. Let me ask you: do you want to know the answers to those questions? Not from me, but do you care to find them? That's what I want. Like, are you sucked in enough to care to find them?
So what?
No.
What I will say is like I am willing to watch like the next couple of episodes.
And if they're bad, great.
Yeah, and like the next couple of episodes will decide all that.
Fair.
So.
Fair.
Number 1 has left me with enough questions to be like, okay, let me keep following this thing through.
Yeah.
And then if these next couple episodes don't really pan out, then I will be I'll be forced to watch this against my will, basically.
Right.
So
I definitely want to watch the next episode just because the way the witch like left was like, oh, I have his weenie here, come get it if you want. Like that was like, come on.
Just know the first 3 episodes were made into a movie, and that movie did numbers in America. Yeah, it did big numbers in America. So
the first 3 episodes?
The first 3 episodes of this show were made into a movie a la Demon Slayer, and they released in theaters. And I mean,
I could have watched it. I should have watched it.
I was telling y'all we could have watched it, but
I should have.
it's fine. We did, guys. Which is in the pupil. Weekly Dandadans. We're out of here.